Hi and good day. My name is NURALIYah AFIFAH binti JAMADEH and my number metric is BB21603. Our research title is the relationship between financial self-control and impulse buying among university students. This study examines impulse buying behavior among university students influenced by fear of missing out or FOMO and financial self-control. The problem addressed in this study is that university students are increasingly exposed to online shopping platforms, social media advertisement, and digital payment system. This factor encourage impulsive purchasing behavior, which may result in overspending and financial stress. Therefore, this study has three objectives. First, to examine the relationship between financial self-control and impulse buying. Second, to examine the relationship between fear of missing out and impulse buying. The last one is to identify the factors that influence impulse buying behavior among university students. The findings of the study may help improve student financial awareness and promote better spending habits.
Assalamualaikum and hello, my name is FARHANA binti MARTUBAT, number matrix BT21603. Now, this section focuses on the literature review of the study, which explains the relationship between financial self-control, fear of missing out FOMO, and impulse buying among university students. University students today are financially independent, but they are also highly exposed to online shopping platforms and social media influences. This increases their exposure to consumption stimuli, making them more vulnerable to impulse buying behavior. This study is based on two main theories. The first is the theory of planned behavior by action, which explains that behavior is influenced by attitude, subjective norms, and perceived behavior control. The second is the strength model of self-control by Boymester and colleagues in 1998, which explains that self-control is a limited resource. When this resource is depleted, individuals are more likely to engage in impulsive behavior. Together, these theories help explain both the psychological and behavioral aspects of impulse buying among students. Previous studies mainly examined financial self-control and fear of missing out FOMO separately. However, there is limited research that combines both variables to explain impulse buying behavior, especially in the Malaysian university context. Therefore, this study aims to fill this gap by analyzing the combined effect of both factors on impulse buying behavior.
The methodology framework utilized for this study, we deploy a quantitative correlational survey design targeted at Malaysian university students facing digital spending environment. Data collection was executed using a non-probability convenient sampling strategy via Google Form. We successfully gathered a dataset of 206 valid responses satisfying all ethical compliance, including voluntary participation, strict anonymity, informed consent, and adherence to non-maleficence. Our measurement metric relied on a standardized 5-point Likert scale ranging from 1 for strongly disagree to 5 for strongly agree. This was structured into a 4-part questionnaire architecture. This includes Section A for demographic and Section B tracking our first independent variable, which is financial self-control. We then have Section C tracking our second independent variable, fear of missing out. And the last one is tracking our dependent variable, impulse buying behavior. Lastly, after data screening to eliminate missing value and outlier distortion, the dataset was processed using IBM SPSS. This allows us to execute our core analytical pipeline, which is the descriptive analysis, reliability testing via Cronbach alpha, Pearson correlation, and multiple linear regression.
For Chapter 4, I will present the data analysis and main findings of our study. We collected 206 valid responses with 82.4% usable responses and 0 discarded cases. This means the data was complete and suitable for further analysis. For the respondents' profile, most respondents were female, aged 21 to 23, and mainly Year 2 students. Most were from UMS. In terms of income, PTPTN or scholarship was the highest source at 78.2%, followed by parental support at 72.3%. Since source of income was a multiple response item, the total percentage may exceed 100%. Overall, the sample reflects financially dependent university students. The descriptive results show that impulse buying recorded the highest mean score at 3.16, followed by fear of missing out at 3.79. Financial self-control recorded a moderate mean score of 3.16. This suggests that students generally experience high impulse buying and fear of missing out, while their financial self-control is only moderate. Next, the reliability results show that all Cronbach's alpha values were above 0.70, meaning the instrument was reliable. The correlation results also show that financial self-control has a significant negative relationship with impulse buying. while fear of missing out has a strong positive relationship with impulse buying. Finally, the regression model explains 77.9% of impulse buying. Both hypotheses were supported. Financial self-control had a negative effect, but fear of missing out had a much stronger positive effect. Therefore, the main finding is that fear of missing out is the dominant predictor of impulse buying among university students.
Based on our findings, impulse buying among university students was relatively high, with a mean score of 3.96. Fear of missing out, or FOMO, was also high at 3.79, while financial self-control was only moderate at 3.16. The results showed that financial self-control has a significant negative relationship with impulse buying, meaning students with better financial discipline are less likely to make impulsive purchases. In contrast, FOMO has a significant positive relationship with impulse buying and emerged as the strongest predictor, indicating that social media influence and fear of missing out strongly encourage unplanned spending. In conclusion, both hypotheses were supported. Financial self-control helps reduce impulse buying behavior, while FOMO significantly increases it. The regression model explains 77.9% of the variance in impulse buying, showing that these two factors are important predictors of students' spending behavior. Therefore, universities should strengthen financial literacy education and create awareness about the psychological effects of FOMO. This initiative can help students make better financial decisions and reduce unnecessary impulsive purchases. Thank you.